one.
Yo te confié en ti, mis secretos, y yo viví por ti, sentí completo. En el final, no importa. Siempre me dices que me amas.
And here's Liz Johnson now from Palatine, Illinois. 10 major championships. Throwing that shot all the time.
Best of 5 in the first round, and then it was the best of 3.
That was a bit light hit, heavy result.
West and Smallwood both averaging 240 here at the Chameleon.
3 for 3 for Liz Johnson, just buried him in the pit. Ooh, Ringer in that 10-pin actually got kissed a little bit.
Derek Anthony as Liz, her arsenal going with the Sherlock.
Power, just beautifully done for Liz.
You can really see the ball pick up on that right line for Liz Johnson.
There you go. She gets the push she needs. Wow. She's just absolutely burying pins in the pit. The left.
Gotta go.
It didn't, and it leaves behind a 2-8. Try to pocket that. She does. Very well done. A pressure spare for Liz. Foundation frame to set her up for that troublesome left lane in the 10th. Gotta go. I did.
Yeah. 2 in the 10th.
Anthony Pepe has made it.
On the tight lane. That looks good.
Oh, there it goes. It's got to push. Perfect.
Greatest women player of all time.
Bien, amigos, buenas tardes ya para la mayoría de nuestros países en Latinoamérica. Estamos el día de hoy con una de las leyendas vivientes del mundo femenino, del bowling femenino. Estamos hoy con Liz Johnson, quien está el día de hoy con nosotros. Arturo Quintero también haciendo los comentarios. Hi, Liz, how you doing?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm doing good.
All right. Bueno, a todos los que nos están viendo, recuerden que pueden enviar las preguntas para Liz al más 58-412-174-7493. El día de hoy estamos en Tormenta de Ideas número 24 y estamos muy contentos de tener a Liz el día de hoy acá con nosotros. Para muchos, una de las mejores mujeres que ha jugado bowling de todos los tiempos. Sus números son increíbles. Las actuaciones que ella ha tenido, no solamente dentro de Estados Unidos, sino a nivel mundial, han sido incomparables. Y no solamente en el ámbito femenino, sino también en el bowling masculino, en el PBA Tour, ha tenido un gran éxito. Y todo lo ha hecho con un estilo súper clásico, súper conservador, pero no hay un alfiler al que Liz Johnson no pueda darle dentro de la pista. La verdad que es una súper jugadora que puede darle a cualquier punto y jugar cualquier ángulo. So Liz,
Yes.
I just make a introduction for you, just saying that you are one of the best female of all time in this world, and not only in the female world, but also in the men's world, you know. And you have been doing all this with a really classic bowling style. and it's really hard and really not used to see that on these days. So it's incredible your story, and thank you so much for being here and share all these things with us. And the first thing that I want to ask you is about your history. How did you get involved in bowling? When was the first time that you getting, bowling?
Well, I started at a very young age. I was about 4 years old. I'm the youngest of three kids. I have an older brother, older sister. My brother's 5 years older than me. My sister's 7 years older than me. So they bowled in leagues. My parents bowled in just adult leagues. Nothing crazy. They were probably like 180, 170, 180 average bowlers. And bowling was just something that came natural to me. Started at a very young age, and I think I had my first 200 game when I was 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old. Had my first 500 series when I was about that age as well. And bowling was just a very natural sport for me, and I loved it from the very beginning. And here I am, a little over 40 years later, still throwing a bowling ball somehow.
Bueno, Liz nos comenta de que ella llegó al bowling a muy temprana edad, posiblemente 3, 4 años, que su familia jugaba. Tiene un hermano mayor que le lleva 5 años y una hermana mayor que le lleva 7. Su familia jugaba ligas, pero eran jugadores de averaje, digamos, de liga, 175, 180 de promedio, nada alto, pero que para ella siempre se le dio muy natural el juego. La verdad que fue, prácticamente se podría decir que fue nato lo que ella sentía que podía hacer con la bola, y pues a muy temprana edad empezó a ver que tenía facilidad, ¿no? Tuvo una serie de 500 cuando tenía alrededor de 7, 8 años, cual es muy alto para un niño de esa edad. Y bueno, de ahí comenzó digamos, su pasión y su amor por el bowling. Arturo.
Hey, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. Hi, Liz. We are really happy to have you here. I remember watching you when I was, I don't know if we have too much difference age, but I remember when I start to go to the States, I was watching on you, and they tell me, look at that girl, that's the best girl in the world bowling. And I'm like, I was always watching you and try to like, even sometimes I try to put like, wear my, how you say
just a wristband?
Yeah, to try to throw it like you. So I was saying, I'm gonna try to bowl like Liz when it's on fresh, and then I can just move and hook the ball, but I never could do it.
Yeah.
So
I wish
excited.
I went without it sometimes. So.
Yeah. So when do you start, or when do you think that was the best time for you to get on the PWBA tour or bowling against guys?
I started really young, and I went throughout the junior ranks, bowled in high school. And then after high school, I went to college for 1 year, did that for 1 year. And when that was over, that summer after my first year of college, I qualified to bowl nationals for Team USA, which was called the National Amateur Championship in Akron, Ohio. That was in '93. And I won that. That was probably the one of the first or second times I was able to go to bowl nationally, and the first time I qualified for Team USA qualifier, and I won that. And then that's how I qualified for Team USA, and did that for 2 years. And then after those 2 years, I decided to go on the ladies tour. Just a lot of practice, and I felt like I was ready. And that was the time. I was in 1996. I was 21 at the time.
Ok. Bueno, ahí sí me trago mi ayuda, Sildemar. Bueno, le conté un poquito la historia desde que yo la conozco. Cuando yo empecé a viajar a Estados Unidos me decían que mira la mejor jugadora del mundo, y yo la veía cómo jugaba. Ella es especialista en jugar por la derecha, y si están las pistas por la derecha no hay humano que le gane, ni los hombres le podemos ganar a esta mujer. Entonces, Yo le digo que pues yo hasta intentaba practicar como ella, con muñequera, ya después quitármela, pero la verdad es que pues no es nada fácil. Le pregunté cuándo decidió ingresar al tour o cómo fue que tomó esa decisión. Y bueno, nos platica que ella entró al tour a los 21 años, hizo un par de años antes el Team USA y que pues ganó la clasificación para el Team USA y desde ahí decidió que pues que era muy buena y iba a empezar su camino por el tour. Ok.
Sí, prácticamente también agregó que ella había comenzado con ligas juveniles en su ciudad, en su zona, y luego de participar en el equipo de la secundaria y fue a la universidad por 1 año y 2 meses, me está comentando, era que en ese verano ella decidió jugar un regional, entonces ya no podía jugar más con el equipo del college y se sintió muy lista en ese momento, dijo que era el momento correcto para empezar a jugar y realmente no se le puede discutir. En ese momento pues ella decidió dejar el equipo de la universidad y comenzar a jugar profesional cuando tenía 21 años. Okay, so Liz, that's pretty awesome. If you look at the record of, the probably the 80% of the bowlers in U.S. they do the same. They go to high school team and then go to the college team, and then when they go out to, they decided to go to be professional or not. But most of the time, they feel like they need to clean a little bit more their style or get a little bit more of knowledge, and that's about the college time. But you are at 21, you say no. I'm ready. I'm feeling. I got my feet on, and I'm just gonna put the gas and start bowling for money.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is more likely the what happened in Latin American countries or even Euro countries when the bowlers decide to quit the college and say, okay, I'm 20, I feel young, I feel that I can bowl a lot of games right now, and I'm ready to go. So that's pretty awesome, coming from the best bowler in the world.
Thank you.
And I would like to ask you about your beginnings in the national team.
Well, again, I was very fortunate to make the team when I was 20 years old. 1994 was my first year. We had, I believe it was called Olympic Festival that first year. At the end of 94, we had it was the inaugural World 10-Pin Team Cup that was in Malaysia. And we won that tournament. It was, I want to say it was like some crazy 95 games of Baker. Wow. I remember. I mean, that was my very first, like, traveling over to Asia, probably the furthest away I'd ever been at the time. I was 20 years old. And then 1995, I got picked or qualified for the Pan Am Games. And everybody pretty much in the bowling world knows that the Pan Am Games is probably the step before the Olympics for bowling. And we got to go to Argentina for that. And that was awesome. It was, we stayed, I want to say it was kind of like an army barracks type area. So it was very limited as far as what we had, but we bowled in the center. I remember it was 4 lanes down, 4 lanes up. It was a little tiny place. The girls bowled at one time and the guys bowled at a separate time. It was definitely, it was different, especially someone like myself that, didn't travel very much at the time. Because we didn't have what we had then. It's not compared to what the kids have now. They have so much, they're able to travel at a lot younger age now. But it was just an unbelievable experience that, you can never take that away. And I was able to have 2 amazing years on Team USA. And I actually did qualify for a third year in 1996, but I decided to go on the ladies tour, and at the time, pros weren't allowed to bowl on Team USA. The rules were different. So that's when I decided to go professional. And then later on, I was able to get back on the team because they changed the rules for that.
Ok, bueno, le preguntamos a Liz sobre sus comienzos en el equipo de Estados Unidos y nos comenta de que, bueno, en el 94 clasificó para un festival olímpico que tuvieron ese año. Luego de allí fue a un mundial Baker que hicieron en Malasia en el 95, el cual ganaron ese mundial, y ese año clasificó para los Juegos Panamericanos que se hicieron en Buenos Aires, en Argentina. Realmente, para todos los que estamos dentro del mundo del bowling, sabemos que los Juegos Panamericanos es la antesala de los Juegos Olímpicos. El bowling no llega a los Juegos Olímpicos, pero para todos los que estamos involucrados en el bowling de alto nivel, sabemos que los Juegos Panamericanos prácticamente es el escenario más alto en donde nosotros podemos ganar una medalla para nuestro país. Y a ella le tocó ir a Argentina. Dice que fue un viaje muy distinto a lo que ella está acostumbrada, que fue una bolera muy pequeña que tenía 4 canchas de un lado y 4 canchas del otro lado. Los hombres jugaban a una hora, ellos jugaban a otra hora. Y realmente fue un poco sorprendente para ella, ya que era una persona que no había viajado mucho por el mundo para ese entonces, no conocía mucho lo que eran los escenarios de bowling en otras partes, y bueno, compara que la diferencia con los jóvenes de hoy en día que tienen la oportunidad de empezar a viajar con la selección en torneos juveniles desde mucho antes, pues obviamente están a mucha más temprana edad ese roce internacional que menciona que es muy importante. Liz, we got a question from the audience from Medellín, Colombia. Santiago asked, do you think the high rev rate is most in PWBA to succeed nowadays, or coaches should be not focused that much in this item on the girls' side?
Do you think there's more revs?
Yeah, like, do you think that
More revs these days?
the high rev is the most important thing to get success in the PWBA tour, or the coaches should be not focused on the reps that much on the girls' side of bowling?
I think the girls with the higher revs is more common these days. But I also think you should have like a variety. I mean, I wish there was times I wish I had, especially now, because I think it's a combination of the patterns and the girls bowling, the talent. The talent is so high now with the younger girls on tour. They have a lot more revs. So I wish I had some of the revs that the girls have now. And but I also think it should be kind of a variety. If they have more revs, or be able to maybe back that off a little bit, and where you can play 5th, 6th arrow, but there's also times where you can be able to play a little straighter. I think it's good to have that variety if you want to have success on the ladies tour. And I've been there's a couple times like I said, I wish I had more revs, and that's where I get into trouble, maybe going a little deeper. But I guess the saying sometimes straighter is greater, but it's good to have that variety. It's good to have that variety for sure.
Yeah. Ella menciona de que hoy en día se oscila es más común que las mujeres tengan un poquito más de revoluciones. Sin embargo, a pesar de que a ella le gustaría algunas veces tener esas revoluciones, ella piensa que es mucho más importante tener la versatilidad de poder jugar varios ángulos, de poder jugar también derecho cuando lo necesita. Piensa que ese punto es mucho más importante para tener éxito en el Tour de las mujeres, más allá de que sea una persona que tenga revoluciones altas. I remember once I saw you throwing a 300 game playing 4 arrow, and everyone was skeptical, like, is she really gonna throw 300 ball in that angle? And I say,
Yeah.
it's Liz Johnson, man. She can do anything she wants. But it was awesome. It was awesome. A lot of people,
Thank you.
you know, get the mouth shut at the moment, like saying, like, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable!" Because
Yeah.
no one will also dare to bowl that angle with the kind of rape. So it was awesome. It was
Thank you.
awesome.
I'll admit I get a little sensitive when people get can't believe that I'm throwing inside of even third arrow. And you know, I have a lot of titles not just by throwing up the first arrow or even the second arrow. I mean, I've prided myself at trying to play all different areas of lanes, and being able to do this as long as I have. You have to move everywhere. I'm not saying I'm always very comfortable playing in that area, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you have to play inside. And look, if you ever watch, maybe going back to a show, one of my favorite shows is probably the Players Championship in 2017. I played inside a fourth arrow to win, and I used two different balls doing it. So that was probably one of my most proudest tournaments I've ever won, just because I didn't play my A game or my B game. That was more of my D game for that win, and it was a major tournament.
Great. Ok, bueno, le comentaba a Liz de que esa versatilidad que ella menciona no es solamente decirlo, ¿no? Sino que yo personalmente he visto a Liz lanzar 300 jugando por la tabla 20, por la cuarta flecha, que no es muy común ver a una persona que no se siente cómoda jugar por esa área, pues jugar y lo que ella nos menciona, ¿no? Que no es solamente jugar y hacerlo, que obviamente ella se siente muy orgullosa de que no solamente ha ganado torneos jugando por la primera flecha o por la segunda flecha, sino que también lo ha hecho y que uno de sus shows favoritos fue en el Players Championship del 2017, en donde jugando con dos bolas distintas, una en cada cancha, jugando más adentro de la tabla 20, logró el torneo que prácticamente no era ni su juego A ni B, era su juego D. Y que realmente se siente muy orgullosa porque ella dice que, bueno, obviamente si no se siente cómoda jugando por allí, tiene que hacerlo, y cuando tienes que hacerlo, pues tienes que hacerlo. Y es la determinación del jugador que hace que puedas tener el éxito que necesitas. Arturo.
Yeah, I have a couple questions, Liz, but you were saying about you wish you have sometimes more reps or that you can play a little different. I think if you ask the 100% of the girls on the PWBA tour, they will say, I wish I can throw like Liz once in my life, because you really are the bowler that you make sick everybody. Even for us, when we watch a ball, it's like, oh my God, she's not moving now. She's going back to the right, and now she's moving left. Then you change balls. Like you never get scared about changing balls, surface. I mean, you are that. That's why you are the best in the whole times, because you can do everything you want. I guess. How you prepare yourself for tournaments, or how you practice, or what is your secret to do that, Liz? You need to have a secret.
I think number one is just being healthy physically, just staying in shape staying in shape off the lane so I can perform physically on the lanes. I've always been prided myself in trying to do that, and just trying to. I think as gotten older and with all the equipment out there, you have to learn your equipment as well, and sometimes it gets confusing. You have a lot of equipment out there, and things are constantly changing, lanes are constantly changing, and sometimes you have to really be on your game. And sometimes what I don't have is knowing when to change balls, and sometimes it's been a hindrance or really been my downfall at times. But you just try to go, just always keeping a positive attitude as well, and just try not to go out of your game. Just try to be you on the lanes, and try to make the best of things. And never quit. Never quit. Always till the very last ball is thrown. You never know if you can get that check, you can get that show. You never quit till the very last shot is over with.
Ok. Bueno, voy a tratar, Ildemaro, ahí va. Le pregunté que cómo le hace para prepararse, que cuál es su secreto, qué es lo que hace, porque definitivamente es una jugadora que a todos nos vuelve locos, o sea, tanto hombres como mujeres. Y bueno, pues ella comenta que se prepara mucho, ella siempre cuida mucho su salud y que se prepara mucho tanto adentro y fuera de las pistas. Y bueno, y que jamás se da por vencida, que siempre lucha hasta el final, ya sea para hacer un corte, cobrar un cheque o para hacer un show. Y bueno, que sale mucho equipo, últimamente hay muchas bolas y que lo difícil de esto es saber utilizar esas bolas y saber dónde cambiarlas. ¿Si me puedes ayudar con más, Hilde?
Sí, bueno, ahí lo estoy comentando en el generador de caracteres. Los secretos del Liz es mantenerse en forma, conocer tu arsenal muy bien, saber manejar tus cambios, en qué momento tienes que cambiar las bolas, tener una actitud positiva en todo momento, tratar de que esos malos momentos no te saquen de juego y nunca renunciar, desde el primer tiro hasta el último, siempre mantenerse enfocada y siempre tratando de dar lo mejor de ti. Liz, we got a video of your final of your title in the Chameleon Open 2017 at the World Series. And we would like to make a player's perspective. We want to know what was going through your mind at that moment and how you play your mental game during the final, during the show. All right?
Okay.
Bueno, para todos los que nos están viendo, vamos a ver el video de la final del Liz en el World Series del 2017, donde ella ganó su primer y único título de PBA del Tour de Hombres, quien jugó la final contra Anthony Pepe, y vamos a hablar con ella de qué era lo que estaba pasando en ese momento, cómo se estaba sintiendo ella, qué estaba pensando, en qué estaba enfocada en ese momento, para que todos podamos conocer qué pasa por la cabeza de Liz Johnson en el momento en el que está jugando una final. Okay. Ahora, you need to unmute your microphone. I think you can see the microphone icon. Arturo, ¿tú también?
Ok, listo.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Okay, ahora sí.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Ok, ahí nos escuchamos.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were setting a lot of strikes in the semifinal. You shot 257, and now you're bowling against a lefty. What was your strategy at that moment?
Look out here.
Well,
So that's a swing direction.
I think after him shooting 260 and me shooting 250, and then pretty much at the very end of the semifinal match,
I mean like that.
The left lane was a lot tighter, and I had the left lane start breaking down just a little bit, so I had
It shouldn't have much
the
transition.
left lane was not coming to me. Then
She's fortunate
it
there at
started
the
to
end.
open
I
up
was
a little
fortunate
bit.
earlier in the match to keep it
I
close.
just,
So,
you know,
I mean, she came out on top.
I was
and,
throwing
Have
two
a history,
Sherlocks. I was throwing a
2005
pin-up
should be
Sherlock on the right lane and a pin-down
Match
Sherlock
in
on the
Grand
left
Rapids.
lane. And I knew I just
Then
had
in
to make great
2010,
shots.
they had a little
I
US
was
Open winners
expecting
battle.
Pepe to bowl another big game after the shoot.
It was a lot better.
And after going spare, barely making that spare, and then missing that 7-pin, I was like, wow, you know, I have a great shot
light
and
on the
just get
10
up
pin there.
and just make good shots. I had a very good attitude, very positive
That looks like
attitude at the
trouble.
time.
She barely
And
kissed the
you know,
10th player of the year
I
all 3 years.
after he opened, I got up and just felt confident, and in my mind I said I just had to take
It's
advantage.
the only thing missing on her resume.
Well, that's the Anthony Pepe we saw in the four-person match. He loved that shot right off his hand. Information.
Ok, bueno, Liz nos comenta de que en ese momento pues estaba, la cancha izquierda estaba un poquito más ajustada que la derecha, estaba un poquito más difícil y que estaba usando dos sure lock distintas, en la cancha izquierda una pin arriba y en la otra pin abajo, que realmente se enfocaba más en hacer sus tiros. Ella sabía que tenía que hacer un buen juego luego de que Anthony había jugado una línea alta también en la semifinal. Y se sorprendió un poco que él fallara un pin 7 y eso le ayudó a sentirse más en confianza en el momento de la final. Okay, at this moment it's kind of like the determination moment in the final when he couldn't carry twice and then you still having the strikes.
Right.
Do you prefer on those moments be safe and got a safe strategy, or you just try to don't think about it and just try to keep doing whatever you are doing?
Yeah, I just try to keep doing what I'm doing. Just try to make the best shots I can. You don't know until the very end. I mean, sometimes anything can happen where he'll start stringing strikes.
There you go.
And,
Kick save and a beauty on the 10.
God forbid if I made a bad shot and I split. So I just continue to make great shots and fill my frames, and that's what I did. And when I knew he got up in the 10th frame and didn't strike, I think I barely even had to stay behind the line at that point.
Yeah, because sometimes
leaving behind, remember what
sometimes the bowler just decided to go safe, just try to be out of trouble. But as you say, in that moment, you never know what can happen. He can strike out.
I'll tell you what, you won't meet two
putting you in a position of
as well.
pressure, and you don't want that. You want to take advantage as much as you can. You make a good shot.
If you love the game, you know the name.
Even if it's close, I mean, I just you just kind of grind it out and
you can think of anything else you need to do in bowling. Let her know. She'll take care of it.
Just a classy lady.
At that very 10th frame, I'm like, I didn't want to end like that. I hate ending on a bad shot like that, but a win was a win, and I got my title, so that's probably.
She threw another strike ball.
Mom and Dad, we did it. Don and Carol,
Good.
you can bowl too.
Bueno, hablábamos con Liz entonces. Liz, okay. Can you turn a little bit up your camera? Okay. Bueno, hablábamos con Liz.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Estábamos hablando con Liz sobre su estrategia en ese momento de la final. Ella nos comenta que era obviamente un mantenimiento complicado, las dos canchas estaban distintas, la cancha izquierda estaba un poquito más tight que la de la derecha. Nos comenta de que en ese momento en el que Anthony no pudo seguir cargando y le quedó un pin 7, le quedó un pin 4, lanzó un strike, le volvió a quedar un pin 4. Le pregunté que cuál había sido su estrategia en ese momento, si era mantenerse a salvo, tratar de no dejar split, tratar de no dejar opens o seguir haciendo lo que ella está haciendo. Y ella nos comenta de que ella prefirió seguir haciendo lo que ella estaba haciendo porque uno nunca sabe qué es lo que pueda pasar. Él podría de repente pegar 4 strikes y obligarla a lanzar strike en el cierre y ponerla en una posición de presión en la cual ella prefería matar, como decimos nosotros, matar la partida antes de llegar al cierre, ¿no? Para ella considera que siempre es la actitud correcta que se debe tener. Siempre pasa que uno trata de hacer un buen tiro, como fue el 10º frame, en donde nos comenta de que ella no quería hacer, a pesar de que ya había ganado la línea, ella no quería dejar un split, quería terminar de la forma correcta, de la forma bonita, pero que de igual forma fue un título que ganó y el cual ella se siente muy orgullosa y que posiblemente sea uno de sus mejores momentos de su carrera. Arturo, ¿tienes alguna pregunta para Liz?
Yeah, Liz, what was your feeling? I saw you scream at the last shot. I look at you very, very happy. What was your feeling saying, like, finally I win against all the guys? What was that feeling?
Yeah. I mean, as a bowler, I mean, it was probably the best feeling in the world. That was my third PBA show, and I've been close the first time. I finished second in the And I made another show, and it was close, but lost against Anthony Pepe before, who almost shot 300 that day. But I mean, that was probably one of the best bowling moments in my life, especially after that last shot. And doing it in Reno, I've had a lot of success at the bowling stadium. Won a couple majors there, and with all the fans and a lot of the sponsors that were there from Turbo, from Storm, it was to have them in hand watching that was a great feeling. It was a very proud moment for me.
Okay. Bueno, le pregunté que qué había sentido cuando ganó ese título, que finalmente ganó su primer título contra los hombres. Y bueno, nos comenta que es de sus pues de los títulos que ha disfrutado más, que para ella ha sido pues que algo muy, muy grande, y que ya había ganado dos majors ahí en Reno, que le va muy bien en el estadio de Reno, y bueno, que se siente súper orgullosa y súper feliz de haber conseguido ese título.
Una de las cosas
Before going to Ildemar, I want to ask you this because we didn't ask you this. Who was the guy, or how do you get approached to a Storm to sign with them? Who'd say, "Oh, we want that girl"? Who approached to you?
Actually, it was my third year on tour, on the ladies tour, back in 2001. I was with another company, and I decided to be a free agent. So I started bowling, started drilling some balls. I drilled some Storm balls, and I believe it was like the first or second week that I drilled Storm balls that I won a title. That was in Fairview Heights, Illinois, in 2001. And I ended up winning 4 times that year. And at the end of that year, 2001, I was able to sign with Storm Products.
Oh, okay.
So it was a very, very proud, it was a very happy moment, very proud moment. And I've been, I signed with them officially 2002. And so for the better part of, since 2002, minus maybe 2 years, I left for a brief time, then came back. I've been with Storm Products, and it's, I'll never go back anywhere else. So hopefully they'll always have me.
Hilde, ¿me ayudas con eso?
Sí, bueno, ella comenta de que ella durante su tercer año del tour en 2001, ella decidió hacerse agente libre luego de que estaba con otra compañía y se perforó algunas bolas de Storm. Ese año terminó ganando 4 títulos en el tour femenino y se sintió muy bien, muy cómoda. La verdad que con la reacción de las bolas sintió que tenía un feeling especial, así que decidió firmar con ellos, y en el 2002 fue su primera temporada oficial con Storm. Ella se siente realmente muy bien utilizando el equipo de Storm. Es algo que ha hecho por casi 20 años y que ella sabe que no irá a ningún otro lugar donde va a tener la misma reacción y donde va a tener la misma efectividad. Así que espera quedarse con Storm la mayoría del tiempo que ella pueda. All right. Lo más impresionante de Liz es que todos los títulos que ella ha conseguido y las digamos, los récords que ella ha batido a nivel femenino nunca son comparados a nivel masculino, y el cual yo creo que es un error. Una jugadora que tiene 6 US Open, que tiene 10 majors. O sea, nosotros acabamos de ver a Jason Belmonte celebrando su major número 11, ya tiene 13, pero de igual forma eso fue como que la celebración de Año Nuevo. O sea, eso fue algo que nunca había pasado. Y cuando vemos a Liz teniendo 10 majors y que posiblemente casi nadie sepa eso, realmente pues, es algo que se tiene que mencionar, y es algo que tenemos que preguntarle a ella. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre ganar majors y ganar torneos normales? Si existe alguna diferencia en cuanto a preparación, en cuanto a estrategia, en cuanto a juego mental. So Liz, I just mentioned that you got 6 US Open, so you beat Pete by 1. And a few years ago, you were beating Belmo in majors, and we were celebrating his 11th major a couple
Yeah.
months ago, and
Yeah.
it was like a New Year celebration for all the, the whole bowling industry. And
Right.
when we saw you, and you got 10 majors, 6 years open, and don't be compared by the journalists at that moment is something that we need to mention, and something that we need to know if there is any different uh, in your strategy, in your preparation, in your mental game when you bowling regular titles, or when you bowling like majors opens.
Um, well, so lots of times, like the majors are more are longer formats, more sometimes more games, match play, and I've always been try to take a step uh, where I feel like I'm a little stronger in the longer formats. Maybe that's why I've had a lot more success, or I've had a lot of success in general with major tournaments. I've made a lot of the Queen shows, a lot of the U.S. Open shows, Players Championship shows, and I like the was it sometimes 24 games, 32 games qualifying. You get 24 games of match play, and as compared to maybe the shorter formats, at times we have, sometimes 12 games of qualifying, another 6 games or another 12 games, or just I try to, I guess, step up my game a little bit more. But you have, you take that extra breath with the majors. You really want to, I'm 46 years old, and I feel like I want to win another title. I want to win another major. I want to break. I would love to break Marion Lattimwood's record of, I believe it's 8 U.S. Opens. I mean, that's my goal, even just to win another title. So I really want to, I feel like I've always been able to step my game up that much more, and I always felt like my mental game has been it's bowling in the mental game part of it is I think 90%, and especially when you got something like a U.S. Open or a major event going on.
Ok, bueno, Liz nos comenta de que le preguntamos que cuál era su estrategia para los majors, porque ella ha sido tan exitosa en ese tipo de formatos que son un poquito más largos. Y ella nos comenta de que, bueno, ella siempre se toma ese extra tiempo en los majors, son formatos largos, ella siempre se ha sentido de alguna u otra forma favorecida, o de alguna u otra forma es cómoda con los formatos largos, siente que ella puede dar un poquito más de ella, y siempre trata de mantenerse motivada, ¿no? De que siempre, a pesar de que de tener 46 años en este momento, pues ella siempre tiene en su mente que quiere ganar otro título, que quiere ganar otro major. Siempre mantiene esa hambre dentro de ella, y es un punto muy importante para seguir mejorando tu versión, o digamos, venciendo las cosas que tú has hecho una y otra vez. And also, something that we need to mention is that the PWBA Tour had only 3 majors, and on the men's side we got 5 majors each year, and also you got a break between 2003 and 2014, I think.
We started back up in the middle of, I think it was May of 2015. So
No.
we ended July of 2003 and started. So yeah, it was almost
12.
12 years.
Yeah.
Almost 12 years, yeah.
Y también es importante mencionar de que Lisa ha logrado casi la misma cantidad de majors que los mejores jugadores hombres, y las mujeres solamente tienen 3 majors al año cuando los hombres tienen 5, y además de eso las mujeres tuvieron 12 años sin tour femenino. O sea, cuántos no hubiesen sido los logros, cuántos no hubiesen sido los títulos que ella hubiera conseguido si hubiesen tenido esos 12 años de tour. One more question, Liz. How you feed the tiger? how you keep your hungry on fire inside of you is really hard, and that was something that we mentioned with Norm, like how you see in the future, or how you would like to see in the future. What is the next goal? You want to feel we want to get one more title. You want to get one more player of the year. How you keep that fire on inside of you?
I would have to say it's one word and is love. Love for the game. As long as I can, again, as long as I can stay physically able to still throw a bowling ball, I'll admit it gets a lot harder as I get older to, being home for a long period of time and to get back on the road, to get that edge, to get back on the road. But once I step on the lanes, that fire comes back out, and you want to, it really lights a fire under you, and I still want to win more titles. And I would love to win another major. I love to even just make another show. You never know. Like after the ladies tour folded in 2003, I never knew when I was going to get that opportunity again. And come back 2015. In between that, I was able to win some majors, but to just win more titles, I never knew when that was going to happen again. And since 2015 and the ladies tour was back up, you just don't take stuff for granted. And I don't take, anything about my life, my opportunity as a bowler. I don't take anything for granted. I don't take my health for granted. And you never know when the last show and the last time you step on the lanes is going to happen. So I thank God every day that I am still able to do this. And it makes me want to bowl more and win more titles. Lisa Wagner, I believe, has 33 titles. She's got the record, and I have 24 ladies titles. And I would love to get to that, but if I can win one more, that's a great goal for me.
Bueno, ella menciona de que le pregunté que cómo hace ella para mantenerse motivada, ¿no? Una vez que sigues rompiendo récords y sigues ganando torneos, ¿cómo haces para vencer tu mejor versión una y otra vez? Y ella dice que solamente se puede enfocar en una palabra, y es amor por el juego, es amor por lo que estás haciendo, es siempre pararse y dar ese extra en todo momento, porque ella no da nada por hecho. En el momento en el que se acabó el Tour de Mujeres, pues de una u otra forma ella no sintió que era el final, ella sintió que de una u otra forma tenía que seguir empujando, de una u otra forma hacer notar de que las mujeres podían hacerlo también, de que las mujeres podían tener un tour profesional y que eso pudiera renacer, y así fue como pasó, mientras pues hubo un par de majors, pero que obviamente pues hubiese sido mucho mejor si el Tour de Mujeres hubiese estado activo durante todos esos años. Arturo, ¿tienes alguna pregunta para Liz?
Sí, ayúdame, por favor. Pregúntale que si ella se dedica también al coacheo o ha pensado en montar una escuela de Liz Johnson o algo así, porque obviamente muchas mujeres serían felices de que hiciera algo así.
Okay, Liz, Arturo got a question about coaching. Do you ever think about being a coach, like create a special academy, Liz Johnson Academy or something like that, or working with a college?
I haven't coached very much in the past, but it's definitely something that I would love to get into, hopefully in the future. I've had some great coaches growing up. I had a really great coach in my junior, when I was in the juniors, and he passed away a few years ago, but he coached probably 200 of us in Niagara Falls, New York, where I grew up. And, he was a great man and really helped us. And if it wasn't for him, his name is Ron Morton. It wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be able to play where I played and had the success that I did, and along with some other great coaches that I knew I've had in the last couple of years. So, I just want to try to, hopefully maybe in the near future, give back to the sport that, the sport has given to me, and hopefully, spread some of the knowledge that I've been able to bring and to show.
Bueno, ella dice que ella no ha coachado mucho, digamos, anteriormente, pero que es algo que a ella le gustaría hacer, que ella tuvo un coach que fue prácticamente su único coach durante toda la vida, que ya no está más con nosotros, que coachó aproximadamente a 200 de las mujeres que ella conoce que juegan, y que fue un coach que le dio muchísimo valor al ser un mentor, ¿no? Al ser alguien que te iniciara y que te enseñara tantas cosas. Y que ella realmente se siente muy afortunada de haberlo tenido a él como coach y que quisiera seguir los pasos de lo que él alguna vez le enseñó a ella en su vida, pues, y digamos, hacer el mismo con las demás personas. We got a question from Colombia, from Ricardo Bernal, and he asked you, besides the Romo, who was your coach, do you got another coach that you can mention that have been working with you lately, or during, all your career? Who's the coaches that you can say, okay, this guy helped me doing this guy helped me doing that?
One of my best friends from home in Buffalo, New York, Sue Jeziorski, she ran a pro shop in Buffalo, New York. She was my coach on and off for the last 20 years. Helped a lot with my physical game. Carol Norman, Donna Connors. Carol Norman bowled on the ladies tour. She was a PWBA champion, U.S. Women's U.S. Open champion. She drills all my equipment and is my coach now, as well as Donna Connors. They run the Pro Shop You Can Bowl 2 Pro Shop out of Houston, Texas. So those are some of the ladies that I've looked up to. And if I need any advice, either whether it's over the phone or I send a video or I even make a visit, they're always helping me.
Que bueno, nos habla de que ella tuvo una compañera de donde ella es, de Buffalo, que se llama Sue. Her name was Sue, and the last name?
Jeziorski.
Ok.
Yeah.
Ella fue una de las que más le ayudó en su juego físico en algún punto, y que ahora está trabajando mucho con Carol, que tiene un pro shop en Houston, Texas, que se llama You Can Bowl 2. Es la que más la ha estado ayudando últimamente con su juego físico. Ella siempre está en contacto, siempre manda videos para que puedan ver lo que ella está haciendo, o hace una visita a la zona y se ve con ellas para entrenar más esa parte física que está trabajando últimamente. So, Liz, I got fast questions.
I also want to mention really quick, I'm sorry, to mention one thing. My first stint on Team USA, Fred Borden. Fred Borden was probably one of the most amazing coaches I had ever worked with. He, physically, but he was a mental giant. He is a mental giant. And talk about just giving you just a lot of positive outlook on your game, and just great with the physical game as well.
Bueno, y no puede dejar de mencionar a Fred Borden, quien fue su primer coach cuando ella entró al equipo de los Estados Unidos. Fred Borden ha sido el mentor de muchísimos jugadores, por lo menos que yo recuerde, pues hizo muchísimas clínicas en Venezuela para la selección nacional a principios de los 2000, y realmente fue una persona que no solamente se enfocaba bien en tu juego físico, sino que era un gigante del juego mental, y fue una persona que le enseñó mucho cómo pensar dentro de la pista a ella. So, vamos a hacerle preguntas rápidas a Liz, en donde yo le voy a dar dos opciones y ella nos va a decir rápidamente cuál de esas dos es su preferida. So, Liz, I got a fast question for you. I'm going to give you two options, and you're going to give me the answer. Okay, so Italian food or Asian food?
Italian food.
Italian food, okay. PWBA or Team USA?
PWBA.
All right. Cheetah pattern or chameleon pattern?
Chameleon pattern.
All right. You would rather
has a special place in my heart.
Okay. You would rather to go to the beach or you prefer the mountain?
The beach.
All right.
I like hot weather.
All right. The Northeast region or the Central region?
Pretty close to Central region.
All right. And the Sherlock or the Alpha Crux?
Ooh, the Sherlock.
All right. And one PBA title or 24 PWBA title?
Oh man, that's so close. That's so close. I mean, the PBA title is so special to me, but every single title is special to me.
All right. Ok, bueno, le preguntamos a Liz cuáles eran sus respuestas de las preguntas rápidas. Ok, le preguntamos si prefería comida italiana o comida asiática, nos dijo comida italiana. Si prefería el tour el PWBA Tour, el tour femenino o el Team USA, nos dijo que el tour femenino. Si prefería jugar en el patrón Cheetah o en el patrón Chameleon, y nos dice que en el Chameleon, que el Chameleon tiene un lugar especial en su corazón. Si prefiere ir a la playa o a la montaña, nos dice en la playa. Le preguntamos si prefería la región noreste de Estados Unidos o la región central, que es donde ella vive actualmente. Ella nació en la región noreste y nos habla de que está muy cerca, pero que le gusta mucho más la región central. Y le preguntamos sobre la Sherlock o la Alpha Crux, nos dijo la Sherlock, y sobre un título PBA en el tour masculino o 24 títulos en el tour femenino. Nos dicen que para ella todos sus títulos son especiales. Obviamente el título en el tour masculino tiene un lugar especial, pero que no podría escoger por alguno de los dos. Do you want to add something?
Yeah, I just want to add one thing, that the question with the Team USA and the PWBA, the Team USA kind of directed me to win PWBA titles. So yeah, I would say Team USA helped the PWBA stuff. You know what I mean? So so that's kind of one helped the other. That's how I got a lot of the titles. So.
Ok, bueno, nos menciona de que en la pregunta del tour de mujeres o el equipo de Estados Unidos, ella dice que obviamente estar en el equipo de los Estados Unidos fue algo que le ayudó mucho a ella a crecer como jugadora y a formar lo necesario que ella necesitaba para poder tener éxito en el tour femenino. Así que una cosa complementa a la otra. No hubiese podido tener el éxito en el tour femenino de no hubiese sido por ser parte del equipo de los Estados Unidos. Arturo, ¿tienes una pregunta para Liz?
Yeah, Liz, what is your two favorite layouts?
Very simple, actually. Just a pin under the ring. CG kicked out. Used to be with the hole, no holes anymore. But right now, probably just pin up, kind of a stacked with the CG kicked in a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty simple. Pin up, pin down, pin under the ring, and then pin up. Yep.
All right.
And then just try to play around with the surface.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I always watching you in your arsenal. Using a lot of like very simple layouts, couple layouts, and then just use surface, right? That's it.
Yeah. It seems like, especially last year on the ladies tour, especially getting into like a Friday night, we get patterns where the fronts start to go and the back ends get really tight. So I believe you get equipment to store the energy a little bit, especially like if you use pearl stuff, and then give it a little surface, so that way it'll still be clean. And my trouble's always been the mid lane, and sometimes it gets right through, goes right through the pattern, and it just doesn't want to do anything. So I definitely need something to store a little bit and get through the mid lane.
Ok, bueno, ahí para que lo apuntes, y le comenté que cuáles eran sus dos trazos favoritos, y dice que es muy sencillo. Para ella, simplemente pin abajo, sacando un poquito el centro de gravedad a la derecha, y pin arriba, prácticamente a cero, sacando un poquito el el centro de gravedad y que solamente juega con las superficies y que eso para ella es lo más práctico. Y bueno, pues con ese simple tip ha ganado todos esos títulos para que no se enrollen tanto en tantas perforaciones.
Sí.
All right.
Ok,
Thank you, Liz.
algo que tenemos que mencionar y que es muy importante es la importancia que ha tenido la presión que puede ejercer jugar dentro del equipo de los Estados Unidos y cómo eso puede formarte como jugador, cómo eso puede hacer que tu juego mental sea 10 veces mejor. Y para eso tenemos a uno de los mejores coaches del mundo, Rick Benoit, haciendo un comentario en el programa que habla de que es la mente más grandiosa en el bowling femenino. So Liz, we got a comment from Rick Benoit saying that you are the greatest mind in women's bowling. And
he's very nice.
and we were talking with Francois Lavoie last week. He was one of the guests on the show, and I asked him about the difference of bowling with the national team and bowling in the professional tour. There is always a difference, and is not only the level of competition that you will find in international tournaments comparing to the tour, but also the pressure that you have, wearing the jacket with your country name in the back is not only you what you are representing, is your whole country. That extra pressure that you put in only one squad, that you are able to make the shot, even it's different. If you are bowling doubles or if you are bowling teams, you only have one shot, one day every 2 years to represent your country in a world championship. How can you compare putting that pressure on you and bowling on the lanes that when you're bowling on tour by yourself, being Liz Johnson, and have the thought that you might have the next week to bowl another tournament and regret or whatever you do last week?
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's no greater feeling than bowling for your country, have the name that USA on your back, and bowling for your country, bowling for medals. But sometimes having that pressure of you don't want to mess up for your team, for your country. Sometimes there's more pressure bowling for 4 other people or 2 other people or another person. But you also have that extra knowledge if you're bowling as a team. Your team helps you out and you try to help them out. And if you're bowling individually, if you mess up, it's you're messing up for yourself. So sometimes there's more pressure. You don't want to mess up your country and bowling for those medals, and at the end of the day hearing your national anthem playing. So it's a great feeling. I've been very fortunate in my years of bowling on Team USA. I decided at the World Championships it was probably going to be my last one, and the way I went out, I was very to be able to shoot a 300 game at the World Championships in Abu Dhabi for the team event. I mean, there's no greater better feeling than that. So, it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
Bueno, nos comenta de que, por supuesto, jugar por su país es lo más grandioso y lo más sensacional que ella ha sentido en su vida, ¿no? No solamente porque representas a tu país, sino porque juegas en equipo, tú ayudas a tus compañeros te ayudan a ti, se siente una presión que es mucho más grande porque no solamente estás jugando por tu nombre, y esa presión extra es algo muy difícil de controlar. Y obviamente cuando tú juegas con el equipo nacional, posiblemente sea la última vez que lo vas a hacer porque nunca sabes qué va a pasar. De repente el otro año no haces el equipo o ya no estás disponible para jugar con la selección. Entonces, ella siente muy especial ese momento de jugar por su país. Y también tenemos que mencionar, el domingo que viene vamos a tener un invitado de lujo también que ha estado dentro del equipo nacional de los Estados Unidos muchísimas veces, con muchísimo éxito dentro del equipo nacional y dentro del PBA Tour. Es una de las estrellas nacientes de este tour, uno de los staffers más jóvenes que tenemos dentro de nuestras filas, y va a estar el próximo domingo a las 6 de la tarde en Tormenta de Ideas número 25. Ya verán de quién se trata.
Bowling's awesome. It's a great way to go out and get a little bit of exercise. You can go do it with your friends and have a good time. It doesn't take up 6 hours of your day. You can bowl 2 games and kind of have some fun with friends, and it takes about an hour or 2, and it's just a fun way to go out and do something instead of sitting on the couch and watching TV. When I'm home, I go to the golf course, I go to the gym, and then I go and practice for about an hour, and then after that I'll go hang out with some friends and maybe play some video games. I actually kind of got into Fortnite lately a little bit, and Call of Duty, and a little bit of Madden as well. There's the moment when I wanted to pursue it, and then there was the moment when I realized I could pursue it. The moment I wanted to pursue it was when I was about 13 or so. We had our Pepsi sectional tournament, the state tournament, and I won our sectional and then qualified for state and bowled pretty well at state. And I was one of the youngest in the field too. I mean, everyone else in the finals was 18, 19, 20, 21. And to be able to compete that early, I said, you know, maybe I ought to give this a shot. The moment I realized I could compete was when I won junior gold and had probably the summer of a lifetime, because I won North Point that week too. And I was 17 at the time, and that's when I really wanted to pursue bowling as a career, because then on top of that I got a scholarship at Robert Morris that week. So it was 1 week of realizing that I should probably take this and run with it. Winning the Oklahoma Open, because that was the breakthrough win on TV, and not only that, but it was against someone that I've been watching on TV for years and years and years on Sundays on ESPN growing up, and to be able to come out on top of that match was a once-in-a-lifetime feeling. I like to outthink my opponents. I'm not the most powerful guy out there. I don't throw it the hardest. I don't have the highest rev rate, but I feel like I'm a lot more creative with my decisions and my ball choices, and I'm not afraid to make completely different zone changes, because, you know, people will just make 2-and-1s and small ball changes until they find something, but I like to go after. I like playing aggressive and getting creative with what I do with my hand and my ball speed and my ball selections, and when it works, I go from a 250 luck to another 250 luck, but when it doesn't is when I get in trouble, and that's something I kind of need to learn. This one sticks out because this was my very first tour event, was the 2012 U.S. Open. I was a freshman in college. I got a free entry to it for making Team USA, so I went ahead and went and bowled. Well, I actually bowled pretty well and made match play for my first ever event. Qualified, I think, 16th, and then we got to match play. I'm already beyond the amount of games I'm used to bowling, and I dropped straight to 24th. And I am stuck there the entire tournament. For 24 games, I'm stuck in 24th and can't get out of it. And that was 24 of the longest games I've ever bowled in my life. But it was very helpful, because then the next year I made the show. So obviously learned something from it. Junior gold, 2010. That was the most emotional win even to this day, because my dad was there with me, and it was my first time making Junior Team USA. And I got up and I threw all 3 in the 10th to win, and I come back and my dad is just, tears just streaming, like can't keep himself controlled. He started crying before the match even started too, and he almost got me on that one. But and then I come back and hug him, and then just lost it. Like I was in tears for an entire day, but it was pretty emotional and pretty cool.
Bien, Marshall Ken estará con nosotros el día domingo a las 6 de la tarde en Tormenta de Ideas número 25. No se pueden perder tampoco ese episodio con Marshall. Llegamos a la tercera parte del programa y con ella la pregunta de la audiencia. Vamos a estar leyendo mayormente todas las preguntas que tenemos para Liz el día de hoy. Liz, we got a question from the audience, and you just mentioned that you need to know really well your equipment. So the people want to know, what will be your top 6 bowling balls in your bag?
If I still have it with me as my Sherlock. Phase 2 has become one of my favorite balls right now. Let's see, phase 3 is step down when when they start to hook. The Axiom, the Storm Axiom. What else? The Crux. I'm trying to remember the name of the ball. Omega? I think it's a Crux. It's Omega Crux.
Omega.
Yes, Omega Crux. Yeah.
Okay.
Omega Crux. What is that? 5, 4?
Yes, 5. You got Sherlock, phase 2, phase 3, Action, and Crux, and Omega Crux.
Okay. One of my favorite balls of all time that I still like to carry around with me is a Marvelous.
Me too.
Marvelous. Yeah,
okay.
Marvelous.
Bueno, y ahí lo tienen. Entonces, el arsenal de 6 bolas de Liz es Sherlock, Phase 2, Phase 3, Action, Omega Crux, y Marvel S. We got another question from the audience. They want to know, of course, don't try to mention who's the best bowler of all time for you, but who was the best bowler or the special bowler that got a special place in your heart?
That I watched growing up?
Yes, like an idol. You don't have to be the best of all time.
Probably growing up, I watched, after coming home from junior league and I turned on the TV, was for me Earl Anthony.
Earl Anthony.
He was, I mean, obviously he was a lefty, but he was he had a very simple game, very down and in, and he could strike. You know, he knew how to win. He had, was it 45, 46 titles. And he was one I always watched growing up. And then honestly, on the ladies' side was probably Leanne Barrett-Hulsenberg. She was one of the reasons why I wanted to become a professional. They were on Wednesday nights at the time when I was growing up. I was probably still in high school, and that's when I realized I wanted to probably hopefully have the dream of becoming a professional bowler.
Bueno, nos habla de que su jugador favorito fue Earl Anthony, que a pesar de ser zurdo, pues fue un jugador que la deslumbró siempre, su estilo, su forma de ser en la cancha. Y de las mujeres, Leanne Hulsenberg fue una de las razones por las que ella quiso convertirse en profesional. Leanne también ha sido una gran estrella del tour femenino y que posiblemente esté con nosotros en Tormenta de Ideas en algún momento también. Liz, they also want to know if you will help to develop the PWBA tour in the future. There is something that you're looking out for?
If I'm needed, if I'm called to do anything to help with the ladies tour, absolutely.
Okay.
I would do anything to help promote that.
Sí, dice que ella estaría dispuesta a hacer cualquier cosa para ayudar a hacer crecer el tour femenino. And which is your favorite trophy
Probably my U.S. Opens.
All right.
Between my U.S. Opens and the Chameleon.
Ok. Dice que su trofeo más especial son sus 6 águilas del US Open, que está entre los trofeos del US Open y el trofeo del PBA y del Chameleon Open. What are the advantages for your game using your wrist support?
What are the advantages of that?
Yes.
For me, it's just being consistent. The wrist supports help. I mean, I don't have a lot of revs, maybe compared to some, but it keeps my hand stable, and it's able to just keep me consistent and keep the ball roll consistent. And that's what's always helped me.
Okay. Bueno, menciona de que le preguntan que cuál es la ventaja de utilizar la muñequera, y ella dice que la ventaja que ella más nota es que es muchísimo más consistente en su release, en su tiro. Dice que más allá de cualquier otra cosa, pues ella siente que puede ser un poquito más consistente utilizando la muñequera como tal. Y bueno, hemos llegado al final de las preguntas de la audiencia. Vamos entonces con la pregunta caliente de Arturo Quintero, quien trae hoy una pregunta para Liz. Arturo, estás en mute. Ahora sí.
Yeah, okay. So this is the hot question, okay, Liz?
Okay.
Name your dream team, 6 people, 3 guys and 3 girls, of course, including you.
You mean past and present bowlers, or?
I think. What? I think you can. No, I want present bowlers.
Okay.
Present bowlers.
So
Okay.
it's a little bit more hot.
Okay. 3 guys, 3 girls.
Yes.
Okay. Jason Belmonte. Norm Duke. Anthony Simonson for the guys side. Let's see. Danielle McEwen, Shannon O'Keefe, and Kelly Kulick.
All right.
Daniel. Hey, perfect. That's a pretty good team, even to bowl with against the men's.
Yeah. I will say I always have to give. You can ask if you ever talk to Norm Duke. I have to give him crap for this, because we were winning a tournament in 2009 at the stadium. It was the mixed doubles, and we had the front 9. And Norm got up and he had to throw the 10th frame for a possible $10,000 bonus. We didn't quite know it at the time there was a bonus, but we had a feeling. He got up in the 10th frame and he washed out. So to this day, I always give him crap for washing out, and he picked it up and then he struck. I'm like, oh, you got a little scared. So I have to give him crap for that. He was an awesome partner. I absolutely love bowling with Norm. He taught me a lot on the lanes and breakdowns and how to break down a lane and a pair, and I'll never forget that.
Bueno, ahí tienen el Dream Team de Liz, conformado por 3 hombres y 3 mujeres. Jason Belmonte, Norm Duke, Anthony Simonson, Daniel McEwen, Shannon O'Keefe. Ella menciona a Kelly Kulick y por supuesto ella va a estar dentro de ese equipo. Liz, we cannot leave the interview without questioning you about the new announcement of the PBA League, adding two women's teams. How you feel about it, and what do you think is going to happen? Like, it's only 10 spots, and you know there is only there is more than 10 girls that wants to be there.
Sure.
What is your projection for that?
That's tough. I mean, you got a lot of great girls out there, and there's going to be a lot of there's going to be 10 happy girls, and there's going to be 25 girls that are going to be disappointed. I think it's going to be great, though. It's going to be great for bowling. It's going to be great for women's bowling. I think there's a lot of fans out there that are looking forward to seeing the ladies be out there with the guys. And I mean, I hope I would love to get picked for it. I've had the opportunity both 2 years in the PBA league, and there's no atmosphere like bowling in Portland, Maine, at that bowling center. It's, you know, when they get wind of that and get the opportunity to be in that atmosphere, they're going to be amazed. It's just so much fun. And the fans are going to, and I know the fans, I believe, are really looking forward to that. So again, I mean, I hope I get picked. Keep my fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. But it's going to be, I think it's great for bowling.
Bueno, le preguntamos a Liz sobre el nuevo, la noticia que salió hace un par de días del PBA Tour, en donde van a agregar a 2 equipos femeninos, completamente femenino a la liga de la PBA. Va a estar las olas de Miami o Miami Wave y Arizona Phoenix. Van a ser los 2 equipos que van a estar compuestos solamente de mujeres. Van a ser 10 mujeres que van a ser escogidas del top 35 del Tour femenino. Ella menciona de que es una grandiosa idea, que va a ser muy bueno para el bowling. Hay muchísimos fans que van a estar pendientes de ver lo que las chicas van a poder hacer en contra de los equipos de los hombres, y que por otra parte, pues ella sabe que ese día el draft va a ser el 7 de julio. Ya sabe que ese día van a haber 10 chicas muy contentas por poder participar en este evento, pero que también van a haber 25 que van a estar desilusionados, que van a estar sintiéndose tristes por no poder ser escogidas, pero que sin embargo pues va a ser una gran oportunidad para mostrar algo diferente y darle la oportunidad a las mujeres de que tengan sus equipos dentro de la liga de la PBA. So Liz, we are going to the hot picture, de la foto caliente. Vamos entonces a mostrarle a Liz 2 fotos que conseguimos en sus redes sociales. Es muy difícil conseguir una foto de Liz fuera del bowling, así que vamos a estar haciendo 2 fotos que tengan que ver con bowling. So Liz, this is the first picture.
Yeah, 1994.
Okay, that was in what tournament?
That was the FIQ Youth Tournament in Monterrey, Mexico, I believe.
Okay, and how you doing in that tournament?
I wish I could remember. I think I got a medal.
Okay,
bueno, I got some big hair in that picture.
Nos comenta que esa foto fue en 1994 en el Campeonato Americano Juvenil en Monterrey, México, en donde no recuerda cuál fue su actuación final, pero sí recuerda que se llevó una medalla para Estados Unidos. Okay, we got the second picture.
Whoops. I think I lost you. Hang on a second. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was college.
Okay.
Wow, that's not nice. I don't know.
That was the team of the college, of the Morehead State.
That was college. That was Morehead State, yeah.
Ok, bueno, entonces estamos viendo al equipo que ella conformó durante su año en la universidad en Morehead State. 1991? Too?
That was 1993. At our, yeah, that was at Nationals. Yeah.
Wow. Ok. Bueno, dos fotos muy interesantes de Liz.
What a pictures Ildemaro get. How come he do that?
I feel like I got better with age. I'm hoping I did.
You will find that age. Yeah. Well, we get to the end of the interview. It was really awesome to have you here, to know more about you. I know that we on tour, we couldn't have the moment to know each other a little bit more, but now I feel more, respectful about what you're doing and about your career and everything. We already know that you are one of the best, but know all the details. It bring you a special place.
Yeah.
And it's also great for all the people in Latin America to know these details, to get the light about how you do it and how they can become also something special in bowling industry. We're really grateful to have you here, and we hope you come back anytime soon to get more questions from Latin people.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm happy to come back anytime you want me to be back on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bueno, le comentábamos a Liz de que realmente estamos muy orgullosos y muy agradecidos de que ella esté acá, de que posiblemente las veces que hayamos compartido en el turno habíamos tenido la oportunidad de hablar de tantos detalles, de cómo ella creció, se formó como jugadora y cómo llegó allí, y que obviamente pues darle todos esos detalles a la gente en Latinoamérica sabemos que va a ser muy apreciado. Para todos los que nos están viendo, pues compartan este video para que todas las personas puedan llegar a ver cómo Liz Johnson se convirtió en la mejor mujer de todos los tiempos jugando bowling. Y tenemos a Arturo Quintero, quien tiene unas palabras también para Liz.
Thank you, Liz, for the interview. You are, of course, the greatest all time, and
thank you.
You know, you smile a lot that people doesn't look that so often. So thank you very much for do that. And because I promise you, it's a lot of respect to watching you bowl that we approach to you. I get more shy to be close to you than to be close to Jason Belmonte. I promise you that.
Oh, so, you don't have to be shy. I'm a shy person. You don't ever have to be shy.
All right. So thank you very much, Liz.
Thank you so much. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Bueno, para todos los que nos están viendo, entonces ya saben, el día domingo 6 de la tarde va a estar Marshall en Tormenta de Ideas número 25 por Store Latino. Será entonces hasta el domingo. Arturo, domingo 6 de la tarde, prepara tu pregunta caliente para Marshall.
Eso sí van a estar muy calientes. Chao.
Yo te confié en ti, mis secretos, y yo viví por ti, sentí completo en el final.